Good evening, everybody. It's really an extraordinary evening. I can't tell you how incredibly excited I am to be able to welcome you to the first ever Women United uh, celebration and gala, where we recognize the incredible accomplishments and contributions of so many strong leaders in our community. It's a privilege to welcome you all, and I'm so grateful that you were able to join us today. I was really appreciating watching you all get your groove on, got yourselves dressed up, maybe poured something to enjoy while you're with us. And I really can't tell you how delighted I am that we were able to join in spite of the challenges that are facing our community. And listen, it's appropriate that we gather to celebrate these incredible women, because we have to recognize, if we're going to be real about how this pandemic has landed in our lives, it has disproportionately landed in the lives of women to help us navigate through. You have women who are trying to either hold on to a job or navigate a job in a new time. Young women who are trying to make sure that they're able to seize upon their dreams by continuing with their credentials, with their job plans, with their educational plans. And so many other women who are trying to toggle between their job, their ability to care for their children, and also their elders. It's really an incredible tribute that this community has responded the way it has. And so many of you answered the call, because when United Way called and said, we need to come together in this moment, you all were there. I was pleased to have the opportunity to help co-lead and co-chair our region's Relief and Response Fund. Who would have thought that that fund could stand up only 6 days after this pandemic really hit our world and hit our region? And within only 7 or 8 weeks, we were able to raise over $18 million and get those dollars into the community where they were needed most. And that's because of your generosity. That's because of who you are. Now, whether we're in a great moment or in a challenging moment like this one, Living United is our call, it's our mission, and it's our great responsibility. And I'm incredibly grateful to serve United Way's mission, because we were built for this moment. Now it's my privilege to introduce our MC and my good friend, NBC 10's Tracy Davidson. Please enjoy the 2020 Women United Gala.
Hello, everyone. I'm NBC 10's Tracy Davidson. Welcome to our 2020 virtual Women United Gala. Every year, the gala recognizes the outstanding contributions of women leaders dedicated to changing the lives of others. And I'm honored to be your host, and I look forward to sharing this wonderful evening with you. Well, this year has been unique in many ways, and we are sad to miss the opportunity to celebrate with all of you in person at the Crystal Tea Room, as we always do. We're so grateful to each and every one of you for taking the time to be with us this evening as we celebrate in a safe way our incredible honorees and the important work of United Way and Women United. Thank you to the generous sponsors who have made this evening possible and have supported all of the initiatives that you will hear about this evening through their sponsorship of our 2020 Women United Gala. Last year, I played a different role in the Women United Gala, as I had the great privilege of being the 2019 honoree. What a wonderful and meaningful experience that was, and I cannot wait for you to hear from this year's Women United honoree, Lindsay Johnston. That'll be later in the program. I'm excited to be with you to guide you through this evening, what's sure to be a wonderful night. And now I would like to introduce you to inspiring young women. Both of these ladies recently graduated from high school and were participants in United Way's Girls Today, Leaders Tomorrow program, just one of the incredible programs that Women United supports. I'll now turn it over to Angelica and Paige.
Hi everyone, my name is Angelica Gala. Last year was my senior year in GTLT, as it was my 6th and final year. I became a part of GTLT when I was in the 6th grade by my agency representatives from Pottstown Middle School. I'm currently a freshman at Widener University as a double major in international business and business data analytics. As a very nervous and quiet 6th grader, I joined as I thought I would create a couple of friendships. But little to my surprise, my GTLT experience was much more than that. GTLT introduced me to an experience that most of my peers will never experience. I've been given the opportunity from a very young age to meet very strong and powerful women. I remember our one session, we had a guest speaker that was a woman that worked in a male-dominated industry, which was a business firm. She had told all of us all her challenges she had to overcome by being a woman at work. I will never forget this day, as this day will stick with me forever. I knew that in that moment, I wanted to become a businesswoman and I wanted to make a change. GTLT has opened up so many doors for me, not only as a student, but also for my career path. During my high school career, I became president of my DECA chapter, which is a business club, and I also had my first paying internship in my career field while in high school, and so much more. I know that everything I've learned in GTLT will stick with me forever, continuing on in my education and also in my career field. I can say that I've learned all my business etiquette from GTLT, from a firm handshake to connecting with people on LinkedIn. GTLT has helped me become such a strong leader that I'll be creating my own DECA chapter at Widener University. I would like to give a thank you to all the women that have worked with me throughout the past 6 years and being a part of my GTLT experience. You've made such a strong impact in my life, and I promise that everything I've learned from you, I will help apply that to the next generation of Girls Today leaders tomorrow. I would also like to give a huge thank you to Women United for giving me this opportunity, for allowing me to blossom into the strong leader I am today. I can never thank you so much.
Hi, I would like to start off by introducing myself. My name is Paige Jones and I'm a 2020 graduate. I've been with the YWCA agency since the 6th grade. I would like to say thank you to both the Mrs. Kellys, Mrs. Petra, and Mrs. Roberts for taking their time out and taking me under their wing. Throughout this program, I learned several things, like how to be more open-minded, to be more patient towards myself, and how to pick and choose my own battles. One of the most valuable things that GTLT has to offer is teaching younger girls how to love and appreciate themselves. One of my favorite memories is when all the girls wrote their insecurities on one side of a paper and another girl wrote down something positive on the opposite side. It's moments like those where young women become their best selves, because not only do they learn how to accept their flaws, but they learn how to lift other girls up. And the world needs more of that. So thank you to Women's United and GTLT for teaching the future generations like me how to be kind, determined, and inspirational women. Lastly, thank you to those that have invested in GTLT. It was through your support that this program was possible, and that I am here today. Please keep making organizations like GTLT a priority, because the future generations will need it, and I need it. Thank you.
If we were all together in person, I would ask you all to stand up and give these ladies a round of applause. What inspiring young women. It is so powerful to hear their stories. Thank you both for sharing with us. The Girls Today Leaders Tomorrow program is just one example of Women United's commitment to enabling women to live strong, independent lives from cradle to career. Women United is proud to support these young women, which brings me to another reason we are here tonight, giving support. We have already seen incredible support from our sponsors, and tonight we ask you to consider making a personal contribution in support of women and girls across our region. You can do your part and make a gift of any size by texting Women United 2020 to 41444. Please know that each and every gift made tonight, no matter the size, will have a direct impact in our community, your community. Throughout the evening, you will hear more about the crucial programs that your dollars support and how you can make a difference in the lives of your neighbors. Now I'd like to turn it over to one of my favorite people, Reverend Dr. Lorena Marshall Blake, president of the Independence Blue Cross Foundation. Independence Blue Cross is the presenting sponsor of our gala, and year after year they have stepped up to support this event in such a significant way and partner with United Way in its efforts to meaningfully and measurably reduce poverty across our region. Welcome, Lorena.
Tracy, thank you so much for your service to the United Way and to Greater Philadelphia. On behalf of everyone at Independence Blue Cross, I am honored to join this event and to support the work of Women United. That word, united, Women United, the United Way. We have always been able to accomplish more when we unite to meet the challenges facing our community. And right now, that's the only way for our region to recover from the pandemic and achieve equality for all our citizens. At the forefront of those efforts will be women leaders, many of whom have been nurtured by the programs of Women United. In the coming years, we are going to see the dividends of investing in the leadership potential of women. I want to congratulate the recipients of the Next Generation Leader Award, Jasmine Senior Bostic and Catherine Christian McGee. And of course, tonight's Women United honoree, Lindsay Johnston. Congratulations and thank you for 30 years of connecting women and helping us bring out the best in each other. The Women United Gala is always a great night for an important cause. I hope we can all be together in person next year when our region's United Way will be celebrating 100 years of service. Until then, stay safe and stay united.
Lorena, thank you for your words and for your generous support of Independence Blue Cross. Now is the point where I get to share with you a wonderful video created by my colleagues at NBC 10 and Telemundo 62 that highlights Women United's commitment to our community through impactful and effective initiatives that focus on women and girls.
Hi, I'm Sandy Peffer, a managing director at Deloitte, and I'm the proud chair of our Women United.
Hi, I'm Justine Sloyer, Vice Chair of Women United of Greater Philadelphia and Southern New Jersey.
GTLT is our signature program. It's what launched Women United over 15 years ago.
Through the power of Girls Today, Leaders Tomorrow, girls are exposed to many different kinds of occupations. But you can't be what you can't see, and I think that's the beauty behind the mentorship of this program. So Fellow, if you have a cell phone or internet connection or a computer, which I hope many people have, especially during these times of COVID, you can make a difference in a child's life. Before 4th grade, you learn to read, and then after that, you read to learn. However, right now, with a quarter of our population living in poverty, we have a lot of children who don't have that opportunity to read to learn quite yet, but we adopt classrooms and read online with those children who are on that cusp of the bubble.
Basically, it's an online program where children have access to have their personal tutor from local organizations. So it's a great way to make those connections.
The greatest thing is that the children are reading on their level. They're getting a lot of enjoyment out of it. They see that they're moving up levels, and it's a very productive program.
It gives children one-on-one time with an adult.
And I think with the Velo, it doesn't alleviate my responsibility because ultimately I am responsible for their growth, but it helps me.
VITA is a long-standing program that has been in our community and many communities for many years. It is a volunteer income tax assistance where individuals can come in and have their income tax prepared by volunteers.
For many people, that $100 to $300 it can mean food on the table every day or their lights, and they don't have that extra capacity to provide that. So with this ability, we're able to file their taxes for free, and these programs are bringing what is needed in our very backyard to light.
Well, I guess you could say without United Way, there would not be a Velo program.
Definitely want to donate to United Way because it's reaching individual children. It's reaching children like the students at Blaine who are struggling to read.
It's important because we want to continue to infuse the right organizations that are making a huge impact.
We have a very laser-focused mission to end intergenerational poverty in Philadelphia, and in order to achieve that goal, we're all going to need to work on it together. And please donate, please engage. We want you not just to donate, but we want you to engage. And so as you're considering what you're doing with your dollars, they're very precious. I would highly suggest you consider checking out our programs and making a donation.
I have to say, I am so impressed with the breadth and depth of United Way programs supported by Women United. From the one-on-one virtual tutoring with Velo to the free tax preparation for families who need it most through the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, it's incredible to see how many different people in different situations are able to benefit from the support of these initiatives. This is the perfect moment to remind all of you that you can make a donation to support these programs and your local United Way by texting Women United 2020 to 41444. And now here to speak to you next is United Way of Greater Philadelphia and Southern New Jersey's president and CEO, Bill Golderer. Bill, I'll toss it over to you.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for that warm welcome and for being a part of this event again this year. Thank you for your support and many contributions to our community and to this event. I look forward to this event every year, and especially this year. It gives us a chance to recognize our incredible honorees and to celebrate the United Way initiatives our Women United has chosen to support. Thank you, all of you, for joining us this year for our first ever virtual edition of this gala. Before I go any further, I need to recognize the amazing group of women who have worked all year round to plan and execute our first ever virtual edition of this event. I'd like to take a moment and show a quick video that shows a little bit about how our host committee demonstrates why they care so much, why they extend themselves so much, and what's at stake in their commitment.
I support United Way because it aligns with my passion of breaking the cycle of intergenerational poverty right here within our own community.
I support the United Way because I had the wonderful opportunity to join a group of women leaders to form the Women's Leadership Council on behalf of United Way of Gloucester County. And through our mission, which was all about women and education, engagement, and empowerment, I saw firsthand how our programs and funding at the United Way could truly change the lives of individuals in our communities.
I support United Way because of its work in supporting this community and my opportunity to help to focus on ending intergenerational poverty. I also love the focus on girls through Girls Today, Leaders Tomorrow, and the opportunity to build stronger girls and empower women.
I support the United Way as the former and very proud chair of the United Way and founder of Girls Today, Leaders Tomorrow. I am incredibly proud of the work that we are doing to serve women and girls in this community.
Thank you, host committee. Tonight, and so much of all the work we do year-round is made possible because of the generous sponsors of this event. It would be important at this moment, though, to recognize our lead sponsor, Independence Blue Cross. Independence Blue Cross, for many years now, has been the lead sponsor of this event. Without their support, this would not be made possible. And so I want to thank you for all you do at IBC to make our community stronger, healthier, and helping us to live united. Thank you, Independence Blue Cross. You may not know this, but 2021 will recognize the official 100th anniversary of our United Way in service of this community. We have been in challenging places before as our United Way. We have gone through 2 world wars. We have gone through the Great Depression and the Great Recovery following the Great Depression. We have been through the turbulence of the 60s and unrest in the 70s, and all throughout, our United Way has been there to bring people together when that is most needed. We are, as we imagine our 100th anniversary, we need to recognize that our United Way was built for this moment. We were built to meet the moment, to respond to this moment, as we have in the past, with generosity of spirit, with a sense of belief in, and hope in our future, and a commitment to our neighbors who are struggling to achieve their corner of the American dream. This event typifies and signifies and amplifies that message. You see, Women United is an affinity group of United Way, and together we work to advocate and raise awareness and to generate resources for all of our neighbors. And Women United especially works on providing for robust and vibrant future for women and girls. This moment that we find ourselves in recognizes that the collective of strong women helping strong women make strides in this moment is more important than it has ever been. And so I know that those of you who are joining us virtually have a lot of demands on your resources. There are so many worthy causes, but what more worthy cause is there than recognizing in this year that we find ourselves in, this year when we recognize the 100th anniversary where women were franchised the vote, that we continue the work of those who are blazing trails by supporting these incredible young women and those who stand shoulder to shoulder with them by giving them the support they need. I would encourage you, take out your phone, pull it up on your iPad, and consider texting as generous a donation as you're able to support. Text Women United 2020. That's Women United 2020, no spaces, to 41444. I encourage you, as you're able, to reach deep, because the support of these young women and girls throughout our regional footprint are relying on your support. Our new friend Vibha will be joined by Hugh Sung and accompanied by Hugh Sung for excerpts from the finale of Concerto in D Major by Tchaikovsky. I hope you enjoy, and thank you for your support.
What a beautiful addition to our program to hear Vibha play. So uplifting. And Bill, it's always inspiring to hear you speak about United Way. Thank you. Now we're moving to the part of the evening that many of you have been eagerly awaiting, the awards ceremony. Please welcome Sandy Pfeffer, Managing Director at Deloitte and Chair of Women United, who will introduce this year's 2 Next Generation Leader Award recipients.
Thank you, Tracy. We are so grateful to have you as our host again this year. And thank you for all you do in support of women and girls in our community. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited that you joined us this year. First, I'd like to take a moment to recognize tonight's sponsors. As Bill mentioned, we are so grateful to Independence Blue Cross for being our lead sponsor again this year. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize our respect level sponsors: Comcast and NBC Universal, Deloitte, Holman Enterprises, Morgan Lewis, NBC 10 and Telemundo 62, RICO, and UGI Corporation. And our trustworthiness sponsors: Clifton Larson, Eisner Amper, Henkels and McCoy, Lindsay Johnston, The Leader's Edge Leaders by Design, Optia Group, Pico Energy, Penn Mutual, and Quaker Houghton. A full list of tonight's sponsors can be found in your virtual program book. Each year at our Women United Gala, we recognize a rising star, a woman who has not only accomplished professional success, but also lives the motto of Women United: to give, advocate, and volunteer. This year, we had so many incredible candidates. We couldn't select just one. So we are proud to honor Jasmine Senior Bostic of CSL Behring and Catherine Christian McGee of Duane Morris as our 2020 Next Generation Leader Award recipients. Jasmine Senior Bostic is the Senior Manager of Global University Relations for CSL Behring, where she is responsible for the implementation and execution of university relations and recruitment strategy in the US, Australia, Germany, Switzerland, and Hong Kong. Prior to joining CSL, Jasmine worked in campus recruiting and diversity at Comcast, NBC Universal, and EY. Jasmine is passionate about community service, mentoring youth, and volunteerism. In the past, she has served as the president of Next Philadelphia, an affinity group of the Urban League of Philadelphia, and has served as an advisory board member of PHL Diversity, the Ivy Legacy Foundation Board, and the Drexel University Employer Advisory Board. Jasmine currently serves on the External Advisory Board for Penn State's Huck Institutes of the Life Science and the Ivy Research Council. She's a proud member of the Philadelphia chapter of Links Incorporated, where she is currently a fellow in the 11th cohort of the Scott Hawkins Leadership Institute. Catherine Christian McGee serves as Duane Morris's pro bono counsel and leads the firm-wide pro bono program. Catherine maintains a substantive practice focused on aiding survivors of trauma, gender-based violence, in immigration relief, veterans, Social Security benefits, and family and anti-trafficking matters, as well as reproductive health matters. Catherine is the vice chair of Lutheran Settlements House Board of Directors and is an active volunteer and board member with the Philadelphia Volunteers for the Indigent Program and the Church Foundation. She has also worked with the Southern Poverty Law Center and the National Law Center on Homelessness and Poverty. These two women have shown exemplary commitment to their careers and their communities. And now it is my pleasure to turn it over to the 2020 Next Generation Leader Awards recipients, Jasmine and Catherine.
Good evening. I stand before you this evening both grateful and humbled to be the recipient of this year's 2020 Next Generation Leader Award. Having participated in several of the United Way's programs over the years, it means the world to me to be recognized by my peers, leaders, colleagues in Philadelphia and the surrounding community. When I was notified of the award and learned more of its history, its purpose, and its impact, it truly brought tears to my eyes. Sometimes life has a way of giving you a full circle moment, and this is one of those times. You see, one of the other recipients of the awards tonight means a lot to my journey and my ability to mentor others. Imagine this, being a 10th grader walking the halls of the George Washington Carver High School of Engineering and Science here in Philadelphia. I was called into the principal's office. Jasmine, Pico Energy is here today, and they're interviewing for their high school internship program. Well, fast forward. I worked for Pico for the duration of my high school experience and throughout college. The program, Futures for High School Students, was sponsored by none other than the Vice President of Human Resources at the time, and this year's 2020 Women United honoree, Lindsay Johnston. I share that example because no matter how small of a gesture something may be, it may have one of the biggest impacts on someone's life. In my case, I stand here today as the recipient of this award, which I am tremendously grateful for. I've been impacted by the support of strong leaders such as Lindsey Johnston and other mentors in my life. I've been supported by an amazing family, friends, mentors, and community. I'm committed to empowering others to be a champion for diversity and inclusion and to support young people. Programs like Girls Today, Leaders Tomorrow are the reason that I support the United Way and will continue to do so. In the words of one of my greatest mentors, be kind to someone today, it just may change their lives. Once again, I thank you all for this recognition and also the fuel to continue to empower and change lives. Thank you to the United Way and all of my mentors. Cheers.
Thank you to United Way of Greater Philadelphia and Southern New Jersey, and to Women United for recognizing me with a Next Generation Leader Award. I'm thrilled to be recognized alongside community leaders like Lindsey Johnston and Jasmine Senior Bostic. To be recognized by United Way is particularly meaningful for me as a public interest attorney. Many of the legal aids and nonprofit organizations I work with are funded by United Way grants. Those organizations are able to assist my clients and connect them to attorneys like me because of donors like you. I'm privileged to lead Dwayne Morris's pro bono program. The opportunity to collaborate with 700 attorneys as we harness our legal skills to help narrow the legal justice gap is an immense privilege and joy. As such, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my Dwayne Morris family, specifically Valentine Brown and Michael Brown, who are tremendous champions and mentors. Thank you also to Charles O'Donnell, Sharon Caffrey, Jim Holman, Luke McLaughlin, and many more for your nomination. Thank you also to Mercedes Nunes Salgado, Kim Kimry, and Valentine Brown for making our work fun and meaningful every day. Likewise, thank you to David Childs and Erica Zavaloff at Lutheran Settlement House for your letter of support and friendship. In closing, I would like to leave you with the words of a wise female leader, Shirley Chisholm, which ring true to me. She said, "Service is the rent you pay for the privilege of living on this earth." During these extraordinary times, I simply would encourage you to consider how you can live out Women United's motto by not only giving to United Way grantees, which are shaping the next generation of female leaders, but also by considering how you can give of your time and talents through advocacy and volunteering to fight poverty and help strengthen our communities. Thank you.
Aren't they incredible? Thank you, Jasmine and Catherine. We are thrilled to be honoring you both as our 2020 Next Generation Leader Awards recipients. Thank you for all you do for your communities, and we look forward to hearing about the incredible work you will continue to do in the future. Well, now is the time to recognize our remarkable 2020 Women United honoree, Lindsey Johnston. Each year, the Women United Honoree Award is given to a woman who has committed her time, talent, and treasures to furthering the goals of the United Way through philanthropy and volunteerism. Lindsey exemplifies these characteristics. Through her 30-year career, Lindsey has been a problem solver and an active volunteer. And now, as the president of the Power of Professional Women, she is working to develop the next generation of female leaders through education, networking, and mentoring. Lindsey began her career as an attorney with Morgan Lewis and then moved on to work for other major corporations such as Verizon, Exelon, and Comcast. In addition to serving on a wide array of local nonprofit boards, Lindsey is a committed United Way volunteer and is one of the founding members and former chair of our Women United. A tireless advocate for women in our region, Lindsey embodies the mission of Women United, and we are incredibly proud to honor her this year.
You will make the time to go.
I think the thing that has surprised me the most and touched me the most is over the years, women coming up to me and saying, "You really had a major impact on my career or on my life."
Lindsey is a fearless advocate for women and girls at all of the organizations that she supports.
I admire the fact that Lindsay doesn't take for granted all the opportunities that she's had in her life. She is a talented lawyer. She's a talented human resources professional. And I love the fact that she wants to give back and she wants to share the wisdom that she has gained over the years. The fact that she knows that there's still, in this land of opportunity, there's still obstacles that women face.
I think to understand Lindsay, you have to understand that she entered the profession at a time when it was an all-male profession. There were no female labor and employment attorneys. At the first firm she worked for, there were no partners who were women, and so Lindsay really had to forge her own way in a male-dominated environment. She's a very selfless person, so in breaking barriers, she hasn't done it for herself. She's done it for herself and others as well.
What I'm doing now as the president of the Power of Professional Women is really about accelerating the development of the next generation of leaders. So I feel like I'm contributing to the betterment of the next generation and helping other people do the same.
And she is a type of person who really pulls others up, and she's done that for me.
You know, she's someone who people can emulate.
I mean, the thing that I love the most about the United Way, and I think that a lot of people don't necessarily appreciate, is what a broad impact they have on the community. They have their fingers in every important issue that impacts our community. I've had a chance to really see through our Girls Today, Leaders Tomorrow program, young women go from very naive, young, innocent, to being very mature, self-possessed, self-confident, which is really the goal of the program, to create that self-confidence and that leadership in young women.
She's an amazing role model, and people look up to her. She is extremely articulate about the challenges that women face in the workplace and that women face in the community. She wants to make sure that the opportunities that she has are shared with the next generation of women leaders, and I can't think of anybody who's more deserving.
Lindsay deserves this award for her passionate pursuit of access and opportunities for women and girls.
Lindsay, congratulations on this wonderful honor. It's very well deserved, and I'm really thrilled to be able to share this event with you.
Congratulations, Lindsay. On behalf of the Greater Philadelphia chapter of Women in Cable Telecommunications, of Girls Inc., and all the organizations that you and I have shared, you deserve it. Thank you for everything.
Congratulations, Lindsay. We are so proud of you and so appreciative that you have let us honor you in this way. I cannot think of anyone who is more deserving for this honor. Thank you for all that you do for the young women in our community, and thank you for all of your time, your treasure, your energy. We are very grateful and we're very proud of you.
She's really something, isn't she? So moving and such an impact. She's just incredible. So now it is my absolute pleasure to introduce my friend and this year's 2020 Women United honoree, the amazing, the awesome, the incredible Lindsay Johnston.
Thank you, Sandy. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I know this is not what we originally envisioned when this was first announced, so I'm especially appreciative of your support here tonight. I am humbled by being honored here tonight. In fact, I'm still pinching myself, and I'm very touched by the words of my colleagues. I could easily spend an hour telling you how fabulous each of them is and how much they have meant in my life. I owe many thanks to others in my life as well, to several of my previous leaders for encouraging me to give back to the community, but more important than encouragement, they taught me that my job as a leader is to get involved and give back to the community. Thank you to Ken Lawrence, Jim Durham, David Cohen, Bill Strahand, and of course, Charisse Lilly. To my colleagues of the Power of Professional Women, thank you for giving me the opportunity to give back to the future women leaders of the Philadelphia area. I also owe a huge thank you to the person in my life who supports me and tolerates me, my life partner, Rob Cohen, and to my children and my grandchildren, who are my constant inspiration to do the very best to make this world a better place. I want them to have hope that despite the ups and downs of the world, it can come together and that working together, we can make a difference. Who would have thought 6 months ago that we would be in such a different place? But the two crises that we face today, the pandemic and social inequalities, are all issues that this institution, this 100-year-old institution, was built to address. The United Way has been in the thick of the fight to make this community better and to address the fact that Philadelphia is the poorest big city in this country. 40% of its residents live either in poverty or on the brink of poverty, and the pandemic has hit this population particularly harshly, as many of them are newly unemployed and in low-wage areas of employment. I am proud to be a member and one of the founders of Women United, a part of the United Way started by Molly Shepard and a band of iconic Philadelphia women leaders to highlight women's philanthropy. Women United gives me a place to help lead the battle to fight poverty and social inequity. I don't have to wonder where or what I can do. The Women United provides that place, and I can see the impact of my dollars and time. So even a small amount of dollars or a small amount of time can make a difference. Plus, you get so much back from the people you help, and you have the opportunity to meet and network with like-minded women. Many of the women in United Way and Women United are my friends and are my professional advisors. And in fact, it's how I got my job at Power. It was through women on the board there who had worked with me in Women United. I remember this quote: "One person cannot change the world, but you can become the world for someone. If everyone can be such a world to one person, one will become 10 and then 100. The world will be full of happy people then." I thank you all for the contribution you have made here tonight to fight these issues. United, we can lead this region to a better place. Thank you and good night.
Congratulations, Lindsay. You are so deserving of this award, and you're truly an inspiration to the next generation of young women. And with that, we have come to the end of our 2020 Gala. I hope you enjoyed yourself. A reminder, you can still make a contribution to support United Way and the incredible programs that you've heard about tonight by texting Women United 2020 at 41444. Text that number to Women United 2020. And thank you to all of you who have already contributed and are making an impact today and every day in the lives of our neighbors. Thank you to the sponsors whose leadership and philanthropy shows a true commitment to United Way's mission to measurably reduce poverty in our region. I hope you all enjoyed our program, and we thank you so much for your support, your time, and your decision to show up and make a difference. I wish you and yours health and safety and a wonderful rest of your evening. Good night.
I can't thank you enough, Tracy, for hosting this evening. I can't thank all of you for taking time out of your schedule, whatever it is that you're managing, whatever it is that you're working on. Many of you are on Zoom all day long, and you took the time to honor these extraordinary women and the spirit with which they serve our community, strengthen our community, and help us meet this moment that we're all in. I want to thank you for your generosity, for your commitment and resolve to help us navigate this challenging moment in our region. Friends, I think it's my opportunity to thank you all for hanging with us for an incredible event tonight. It really, I had high expectations because the team at United Way, Julie Howard-Taylor, Jess, Liz, so many people who worked on this, they really worked hard. And so I want to thank them because they make that which is challenging look effortless. And so I want to acknowledge them. I want to congratulate again our honorees. I want to thank the leadership of Women United for all that you did. And you may not know this, and I really am humbled to tell you this. So many of my friends and colleagues who are in direct service, who are trying to meet the moment with creativity and imagination, so many of these fundraising events have really not succeeded for one way or another. And I'm just so proud to tell you that we far surpassed this evening's fundraising goal. We thought we would throw a number out, $5,000, and see what happens. And I want to make sure I get it right, Julie. I think we are at $7,790, which is unbelievable. So like, way to go, everybody here. And that is just a portion of the much larger total through our sponsors and individuals who've been so incredibly generous. I want you to know, kind of in closing, that nobody at United Way thinks that anything other than the word sacred when it comes to inviting people to support their neighbors during this time. Many of you, in ways we can't imagine, probably are uncertain about the future, and I'm with you. We're all feeling that to some degree or another. And yet your choice to invest in your neighbors when the chips are down, that's sacred. And so on behalf of the board of United Way, who stewarded this organization into our 100th anniversary, on the staff team who is dedicated to meeting this moment, and for all of you who chose to attend tonight, I thank you so deeply for your years of commitment and dedication to our cause, to expand opportunity and to reduce the suffering that comes from poverty. Thank you all.